That right there is a chicken leg quarter, a hard-boiled egg, and a couple sweet peppers. And that is my 15-week-old Halo, who's out of 2 Blue Bay Shepherds and will be used in my Lycan Shepherd project. And this is a mukbang video. I hope you enjoy it. I feed my dogs what's called the barf diet. It's a diet created by veterinarian Ian Billinghurst to address some of the skeletal diseases and other problems plaguing modern canines because of poor nutrition from commercial foods. Raw bones are perfectly healthy for your dog. It's cooked bones that are dangerous. Cooking the bone changes the consistency of it, makes it prone to causing bowel obstructions and perforations in the G-tract. Cooked bones won't do that because they're fully digestible. You don't have to worry about raw food bacteria with dogs. 36% of dogs and 18% of cats carry salmonella as a natural part of their gut flora. They aren't humans. They have a shorter G-tract and stronger digestive juices, making them biologically designed to deal with raw food bacteria. Don't take my word for it though, I'm just some guy on YouTube. I provided plenty of links to back that up in the video description. Do your research. This is just what I do. After being an animal warden for almost 2 decades and breeding dogs for 30 years, this is what I find works good for me and my dogs. But I always recommend you research. Don't take advice from people online. The internet's full of people who portray themselves as experts on topics they have no business doing so. I'm not one of those. There you go. She's never had a hard-boiled egg before. Curious to see what she does with that. She's had regular eggs. The shell is perfectly healthy for your dog. In fact, the egg with the shell is a complete nutritional package. I don't think I've filmed Halo eating a chicken leg quarter before. She's been eating whole leg quarters now for about a month. People will ask often, why don't you cut that up for them? Well, you don't want to do that. You want them to chew it up into bite-sized chunks. It also gives them tons of exercise and oral stimulation they need to keep their teeth clean. Prevents them from wanting to chew on inappropriate things around the house, I've found. Especially a dog her age that's teething. Just like a child, they need an outlet for that, for those new teeth coming in. As I've said in many videos, I like to... Oh, that's okay. So did you hear her growl just there a little bit? Because I reached in a little fast. Now what I was going to say is, one of the things I like to do is I like to make sure I pet my dogs, get my hands by their mouth, and let them know when they're eating that this is okay. It's very important to do this when they're young. Even though it's kind of annoying her, it's important to do this when they're young and to get them used to it. Especially if you have small children. It prevents things like food aggression. Yeah. And again, you want to do that over and over again. Those are all important things to do with your dogs, especially when they're young. Again, especially if you have children. I say that as someone who was a long-time animal warden, who my job was to take bite reports and deal with the victims of bites and also the dogs that do them. Most of the dog bites that happen within the home are totally preventable with a little forethought and a little knowledge. Oh, yes. Yeah, I know you don't like that, but you got to get used to it. There's no aggression or anything. She's just bitching at me, basically saying, hey, leave me alone. But again, I'm teaching her that she has to learn to put up with that. Now, the mistake that some people will be prone to do is to smack the dog and basically tell the dog no. And I could do that and assert my dominance over her like that, but that would be a mistake. It would basically be teaching her might makes right. And later on, when I'm not so much bigger than her, or when another human that's smaller than her comes up and challenges her, she may then react physically and lash out physically and bite, and that's exactly what we're trying to prevent. Again, we don't want her to consider a person coming in there and petting her when she's eating to be a threat. See, she's got the thigh and spine portion of that leg quarter gone and just has basically the drummy part left. Halo's hit some growth spurts lately, and she's just starting to get her adult coat. Excuse me, my voice is cracking there. She's just starting to get her adult coat in, so it's darkened up a little bit. Being a sable, those dark hairs you're seeing are only dark the first half inch or so, and they're silver underneath, so as that coat grows longer, she will lighten up in color just as she was as a puppy. It's kind of interesting if you take a look online at the color progressions of sable puppies to adulthood. They really change quite a bit. This is her main meal for the day. She'll also get a lighter snack later on in the evening. And you can see, even at 15 weeks old, she has no problem powering through and fully chewing up those bones in that chicken there. Halo really loves peppers. Those are sweet peppers. Peppers are very healthy for dogs. Good source of vitamin C and other vitamins. You can either finely cut them up, puree them, or feed them whole. It doesn't matter. All my dogs love peppers except for Lobo. All my dogs love liver except for Kurgan. Again, dogs are like people and have individual tastes. It's good to introduce them to a number of foods while they're still young, if you want them to eat a lot of stuff when they're older. And she can see she chews up and rips those peppers up and chews them up pretty good, making it not really necessary to have to cut them up. And you can see they really enjoy them. See what she does with that hard-boiled egg. Again, she's never had one. She's had plenty of normal eggs, but never hard-boiled. See, she's eating the shell. Eggshell is very healthy for your dogs. If your dogs won't eat the eggshell, what you can do with either raw eggs or hard-boiled eggshells is let them dry out and just crush them up and sprinkle them over their food. Now, normally I feed them outside, but I'm just feeding this inside because I thought it would make for a better video, and I got to clean the floor anyway, so it's that day. One of the things I really like about these shepherds over my bulldogs is they really seem to enjoy the food you get them. They take their time. If I gave any of this to Ogren or Oscar, it would be inhaled in a second. I don't even think they taste or appreciate it. Kind of like cooking for my teenage son. But yeah, these guys really seem to taste and savor their food. Eating all the yolk out of that thing first, huh? For those of you who think I look like Kratos, my son, one of my adult sons, gave me a little Kratos statue for my birthday. I thought that was kind of funny. Well, that's my girl Halo, eating a hard-boiled egg, a sweet pepper, and a chicken leg quarter. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed it. That's all. Like, subscribe, and share. Hit that notification bell down below. You'll get email notifications when my new videos come out. Again, don't take my word for any of this stuff. Go down in the video description. I've provided plenty of links to plenty of sources that will verify everything I've been saying and make your own decisions. That's all. Bye.